Hey friends, we are in Module 4, The Continents, What Makes the World Fascinating. For lessons 9 through 15, remember what interesting natural features can people see in Africa and Antarctica? And we're going to talk about more about what natural features means in just a minute. We have a two-part lesson today. Our first part of our lesson, our content-focused question for that is, what does a deeper exploration of the words and illustrations reveal in Africa? Then we can come up to our second part of our content focused question. This is our craft lesson. We're thinking about how we're going to write about the things that we're reading. How do I support an opinion with reasons from the text? So again, an opinion is what you think or how you feel about a person or a thing. So let's go over to our reading area. I'm going to have a seat down here. Okay. So, like I said, our content focused question today was, what does a deeper exploration of the words and illustrations reveal in Africa? Words and illustrations, friends. Those are text features, and we've shown many different text features charts before. Remember, our text features include headings, photographs, and captions. Bold words, the table of contents are another example of text features. What do text features do? They're special parts of the book. They help us find the key details. They help us find information. They help us organize and understand text. The author uses them to help us understand their writing even better. The word feature comes up in text feature and natural feature. What is a feature, friends? It's an important part of something. So text features are important parts of a text, and natural features are important part of nature. Those are mountains, deserts, rivers, to name a few. They're an important part of a place. They're created over time by changes in the earth, and they help one understand more about that continent and the shape of its land. And as I mentioned in the content-focused question, we're going to do that today with our text, Africa, by Rebecca Hirsch. Rebecca Hirsch uses those text features to help us understand more about these natural features in our text and what makes the continent of Africa fascinating. So we're going to turn and jump right to the heading, Wild Places. And I have some sticky notes here, and that just helps me to remember exactly what I want to share with you when we're thinking about our content-focused question. So the heading is Wild Places. And I can read the text. It says, Africa has deserts. The Sahara is the world's largest desert. It is very hot and dry. And here the caption on this photograph says, camels walk across the Sahara Desert. Well, the word dry is in this text, friends, and it doesn't really explain what that means. But if I take a deeper look or a deeper exploration of the photograph and really think about the word dry, it'll help me understand it better. Look, friends, if you look closely at this picture, dry, there's no water in this picture. There's not a lot of plants. I see a few speckled in the plants, but we know that plants need water to survive. So in the desert, there are not a lot of plants because it's so dry. We know that it's sandy there, friends. Look at all the sand and the dunes here. And we see that there's no trees. So looking carefully at this picture, here comes my kitty cat. Hi, kitty. Looking at this picture really helps me understand more about what dry means. And let's look at this page. It says, Africa has grassy places called savannas. Savannas have wet seasons and dry seasons. In the caption here, it says savannas have few trees. Well, let me look at the photograph, that text feature that'll help me understand what the word few means even more. Well, it says there's few trees. I only see one, so there's not a lot. Few means a little or not a lot. There's just the one tree in this photograph, and that helped me understand the word few. On this page, we're going to talk about rainforests. It says there are rainforests in Africa. It rains almost every day in the forest. Many kinds of plants grow there. And here's a national park rainforest in Africa. Well, the photograph helps me understand what rainforest means. I can think more about the word rain. We know it rains a lot there. And forests, we know forests have a lot of trees. I can look at the photograph of this rainforest. I see the tall trees. But I also see that there's a lot of big green leafy plants here, right? So I now understand that it's a wet place with a lot of rain, with tall trees, and it has big green leafy plants. So when I'm thinking about what Rebecca Hirsch wanted us to understand in this section of the book with the heading Wild Places, she wanted us to understand how very different the different natural features of Africa are. We have the desert, which is very, very dry, and the opposite of that is the rainforest, which is very, very wet. And kind of in between, we have this grassland with few trees, just like the desert had few plants. So I think that really exploring these natural features closer using the photographs and text features really help us understand the differences in the different types of wild places or interesting natural features in Africa. So let's think about the second part of our lesson today. I said that the second part was, how do I support an opinion with reasons from the text? And we've been talking about our opinions, friends. And I said yesterday, why is supporting an opinion important? Remember, it helps people understand your thinking. It gives more information and explains reasons why. We will go over and continue to work on our opinion writing here, friends. We're going to use the Oreo way of writing to help us remember the different parts of our opinion writing paragraph. Remember, the O of Oreo is your opinion. It tells how you feel about the topic. The reason, or the R, gives reasons about that support your opinion. Examples, you give an example or details that support your opinion. And O, remember, that's your conclusion. You restate your opinion again. And so I did that today, friends. I wrote my opinion to answer this important question. What is your favorite natural feature in Africa and why? So we talked about the desert, we talked about the savannas, and we talked about the rainforest. Well, I chose that my favorite natural feature is the rainforest. And I used these steps to write this paragraph for you, or opinion statement. I think the rainforest is the best natural feature in Africa. So you know that that's just my opinion, but it's important to give reasons. One reason is because the trees are so tall. Another reason is because there are big green leafy plants. That's why the rainforest is the best natural feature in Africa. So if I didn't give you some reasons, friends, or I didn't support my opinion, you might not really understand how strong I feel about that. Now, maybe your opinion is different. Maybe your opinion is that you like the desert the best because of the camels or the sand dunes. But in order to help convince me of your opinion, you want to give those reasons for the text. So today, talk to your family members or guardians in your house about what your opinion is. What is your favorite natural feature in Africa and why? Remember to support your opinion with reasons from the text. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.